Hi everyone, I am creating this intro video to let you know that throughout just a few videos, some of the audio was out of sync with the video, and halfway through my lips don't match what I'm saying. It starts fine, and then halfway through it gets out of sync and then resolves itself and goes back into sync by the last few minutes. So I just wanted to say I am aware of this. It's my first time recording here. I will be checking the Wi-Fi and seeing if I can possibly do something better on my end. I do know Mercury, my ruling planet, is encroaching. It's retrograde. So I do know that that tends to happen with the glitches that I experience. But there's a lot of detailed information in these forecasts. I still think you could enjoy them and get a lot of information because it didn't happen in all of them, and it didn't happen throughout the entire video. So I'm just giving you a heads up, and I'll see you soon. Bye. Hi, Sag. My name is Audrey Alison. Thank you for joining me for your December 2016 forecast for the month. I am in my loft and it is a rainy day. I hope you could see it behind me. That is my little doorway to the rooftop deck that I've got. I'm in my bedroom. I'm sitting on my bed. I'm still in the process of getting everything set up, but I'm so excited about this transition. I want to thank you for joining me and for your patience with the forecast. I was a little overzealous in thinking I could handle everything in 21 days when I arrived. But Mama can only work so much magic. But it's coming along. I'm so grateful. I am using the Alchemical deck by Robert M. Place. This is my steadfast go-to deck. And this is a very interesting month. I have some projections that I'm going to talk about, predictions as well, but let's see. Let's start on the 2nd, and this is about a personal planet transit, Mercury, entering the sign of Capricorn. And for Sagittarius, your second house of possessions and self-value, self-worth, confidence, money, budget, this is all impacted in December. And also happy solar return for you early Sages. Oh wait, no, what am I saying? No, for Sag, yeah, this is your month until the 21st. But this is your birthday month, so happy solar return. This is about your renewal of earnings, is where this month is wrapping up, focusing your energy. We have our Mercury retrograde this month. Now, this year we've had 4. We usually just have 3. So this final review is important for Sag because the retrograde starts in Capricorn, but goes back enough to the 28-degree mark of Sagittarius. So you are affected in this retrograde more so than other signs. But I'll get into that chronologically. On the 2nd, Mercury is entering Capricorn in the budget, in the 2nd house of finance, conjunct Pluto, planet of change and intensity. This could see news and information regarding your income start to filter in. For those of you in a steady position, steady job, this could be an increase. You could start to see or hear with Mercury, not see. You could receive information about your earnings, an increase of earnings, a long overdue promotion perhaps. You could also be aligning, I want to say, a future budget. Where is your money going? Where is it not going? Is your filtration system working? How are you aligning the finances? This could be where you are reviewing and focusing your energy. On the 7th, Venus transits into Aquarius, and this is the 3rd house of communication for you. So with Venus, the planet of harmony, balance, beautification, and a smoothing over, this brings grace to the speech. You could effortlessly write. You could be inspired to express yourself in beautiful ways. This is great for dating, for online dating, or for meeting someone and sitting across a table from someone and really being attractive in speech and how you are communicating. Very beautiful placement for anyone who has to do public speaking for a living, or writing, editing, journaling, journalism. Even actors and actresses, memorizing dialogue. This is such a harmonious position for you. And Venus will be there for 30 days. So you'll have this planet affecting this communication style through January, through the first week of January. On the 13th, we have our full moon at 22 degrees of Gemini. Every December, our full moon is in Gemini. And this brings an awareness, an illumination is the full moon in a sector that needs to be seen, which is your 7th house of marriage, 7th house of business partnerships, 7th house of partnerships, period. So who are you partnering up with? The full moon wants you to see something here. Now, for those of you who have been married and you're actually contemplating separation, as much as I don't like the timing of this right before the holidays, the full moon could bring closure in this area for you, making your decision much more visible, or seeing where you're headed with that illuminating aspect of the full moon, seeing yourself in a future outside of this 7th house of marriage. I don't want you to take too much verbal action on the expression of this, because we are heading into our Mercury retrograde on the 19th of December. And Mercury is retrograding at 15 degrees of Capricorn in the 2nd house of budget and finance and review of that. Through the 8th of January, Mercury will be at the 28 degree mark of Sagittarius, going direct then. So that is your 1st house of self. So January 1st through the 8th, the Mercury retrograde is in Sagittarius. This is why I don't want you expressing too much about what you're thinking about with anything regarding partnerships with that full moon on the 13th. Take your time until the 2nd week of January to have a verbal expression or confrontation or communication about that, because I feel you'll be misunderstood if you attempt to discuss this while Mercury is retrograding in your 1st house, not the thorough retrograde, but half of it, a week of it. It's best not to do it when the planet of communications is slowed down. And it won't work for you as effortlessly as if you wait to have any communications about partnerships. Now, this doesn't even have to be marriage. This could be regarding the career, business partnership, and regarding that 2nd house of money. And you not, maybe you want more out of the promotion, and you need to have that talk with the boss. But I would hold off on that talk until at least the 2nd week of January, after the 8th. Mercury's clearing his shadow around the 20th of January, though. If you want to get real precise, schedule that talk for the 21st of January. But this review is your last-minute review before we enter our year of beginnings. I'm very excited about this, and I know that I'm on repeat about the year of endings and the year of beginnings, but as I was going over the astrology even last year, and the numerology, and I think that has to do with working with numbers as an accountant for a minute being 8 years. I love numbers, and I know that there is an exact science when looking at math and numbers. So what I love about numerology is it's accurate. And if you add 2016 together, 2, 0, 1, and 6, you get the number 9. Numerology only goes in, what's the word I'm struggling for every reading? Cycles? Yeah, cycles of 9. That's not it. It starts with a D. Derivative? Something I'm thinking of. Anyway, we are in a number 9 year. We are in the furthest year. It's only in single digits, numerology, 1 through 9. So when you add 2017 together, you get a 1, because you get a 10, and then you have to add 1 and 0 together to condense it to a single digit. We're entering the year of beginnings. This is your last minute review before we progress, and you're entering a full 9-year cycle, Sag, so this is good stuff. And, you're really reviewing because of Mercury hitting your sign by 2 degrees. Every sector has 30 degrees in it. When Mercury retrogrades back to the 28-degree mark of Sagittarius, he goes in that sign 2 degrees, and then he goes forward again and heads back through Capricorn. So again, the revision of finances, property, possessions, value, self-confidence, your own value and self-worth is where Mercury could be having you revise that. Are you using any negative speech about the self? If you're talking down about you, no one else is gonna talk up. You have to believe in yourself first, is the message here. Now on the 21st, the sun enters Capricorn in your 2nd house. And then on the 29th, we have our new moon at 7 degrees Capricorn in your 2nd house. New money, a new replenishment, a new wave of reinforcement. I'm getting the image of the 3 of Wands right now, which is exactly the definition of what I just said, a replenishment, a new wave of reinforcement. It's the card of the boat crossing water. Wouldn't be surprised if I pull that for you. But with this new moon in this sector, this is a fresh start. This is new financial energy. It's new confidence. And you've got Mercury, Pluto, the sun, and the moon all in this sector in December. So this is where your focus is. Wherever the sun is, our life force, that's where our attention is. And for Capricorn, Capricorn rising, and Capricorn moon, Sagittarius, I'm thinking of the Capricorn energy, where all these planets are. But for Sagittarius, Sagittarius rising, and Sagittarius moon, this is the 2nd house. This is the realigning of budget and self-worth and your possessions. So let's get to the cards. And if you'd like to read with me, I'm audreyalison.com. That's where you'd find me. And you can select your desired reading length via PayPal, and I'll email you back in a few days with some times, and we'll set up the call. Okay, Sag, here are your cards for December 2016. Okay, every sign I've read for has this card in it. And thank you, God, I missed a date and I made it a little side note, but now I'm being reminded because this is where I get the inspiration from. On the 26th of December, Jupiter is in direct opposition with Uranus. This is the card of Uranus, the Tower. The Tower is unsettling when it falls near sword cards and the card of transformation, because it's uncomfortable energy, but it's shock. It's surprise, it's revelation and electric insight. It's downloading. It's being quiet enough to listen. It's stop talking. I know one Sagittarius is loving this right now. Stop talking. Get your downloaded information. Now, Jupiter being directly opposite Uranus on the 26th of December is a day of a big surprise that we are having, probably globally, but I'm feeling in regards to the states, this could be political. This could be something of unprecedented measure that we're not used to seeing have happen. Either way, the day after Christmas is when there's a morning of surprise. So I'm looking forward to see how that applies to people. It will apply on an individual level as well, wherever you hold Jupiter and Uranus in your natal charts. Jupiter is in Libra, Uranus is in Aries, and they are directly across from each other. So let's see what else you have in the tarot. Queen of Swords. This is Gemini, female, Libra, or Aquarius. It's also a decision that you might have to make. And maybe watch any bitter speech or tone. Now, these two together, this woman might come into the picture very suddenly in your life. Let's see what else is here, because it's too early. Oh, and maybe she's a love interest, or maybe there's a soulmate connection with this woman. You see how Mercury's right there? That governs Gemini, not Libra and not Aquarius. So this could be a Gemini female. Oh, and Sag, hey, Gemini is your polar opposite. You want to talk about twin flames. That's who Sagittarian really connects with, is Gemini. So for those of you, maybe some of you are going through a breakup too. See the Tower next to the Two of Wands could mean drawing in a quick attraction, or it can mean suddenly coming to an end. It's got to be different for everybody. But let's see what else is here. You have two cards. This is the Nine of Wands, overcome with passion, sacrifice, and I'm so sorry. This is the Ten of Wands. You know what? Something's so weird, and I'm not sure what it is yet. Maybe it's just me being 180 degrees away from where I used to be, but it's not affecting my ability to channel. But what it's doing is I'm looking at the cards and going, oh, well, this is the Nine of Wands, but the number is off. It's one off. Oh, wait, what the hell? Is it the 9? I want to say it is the 9. I'm trying to think of all the pictures on the cards. It's just, here, I'll hold it up, but see how it's a little bit faded? It's Roman numerals, so that X, I really feel like it had a 1 in front of it. Either way, I know what this card means. Sacrifice, it's overcome with passion. And you might have to give something up, Sag. And it could be the energy of bitter speech. It could be this female. It could be letting go of an old love relationship. Or it could be that you were overcome with passion for that energy, for the Gemini, or for the Queen of Wands. Oh shit, look at that. The Eight of Wands, and I just said that. Letting something go too. This is a card of cutting off what no longer serves you. You might have one too many irons in the fire too. And you have a lot of fire for Sag here. This could be all suddenly revealed to you with the Tower. And I do feel like the Tower is coming up specifically for the 26th of December. That's a date I put an asterisk by. And I wrote, big surprise for your holiday. And I just think that we are headed in new territory. And the review of Mercury will calm us or silence us somewhat to prepare for this news. But there is an awakening happening, people. There is an awakening. That's what the Tower is. Revelation can be unsettling, but it's necessary. And we might have a lot of marches. This is definitely not a definition of the cards. I'm feeling that we might have marches. People might be taking a stand. I really can't help but shake this whole political thing. And I'm going to try to avoid going there as much as I can, but I think we're going to see something we've never seen before. And hopefully, with Jupiter involved, this brings such a happiness to our planet and our country and all of our countries, because ultimately we're all affected. So I hope this was helpful to you, Sagittarius. I am wishing you a sweet December, and remember, the sky is limitless, so reach for the stars.